Good morning. We will start with compressible flow, speed of sound and Mach number. So an important parameter in study of compressible flow is speed of sound or the sonic speed, which is the speed at which an infinitely small pressure wave travels through a medium. The pressure wave may be caused by small disturbance, which creates a slight rise in local pressure. So you can see here, if we had a piston here, this piston will move in this direction with velocity. So H, P and density, this is a stationary fluid. Now when your piston will move in this direction, what will happen? A wavefront is formed. So a piston fitted in the pipe is now moved to the right with a constant incremental velocity dV. So velocity of this piston is dV. It will move from left side to right side in this cylinder or in this pipe. The wavefront moves to the right through the fluid at a speed of sound c. So this is your moving wavefront. It will move with the speed of sound, which is c, and separates the moving fluid adjacent to the piston from the fluid still at rest. This wavefront, this is the wavefront. So on this side you had stationary fluid, on this side you had the moving fluid. So it separates the moving fluid from the stationary fluid. The fluid to the left side of wavefront experience an incremental change in thermodynamic properties. So you can see here on the left side, this is wavefront. On the left side, pressure will increase or we can change, incremental change. Density will change, enthalpy will change. To simplify analysis, consider a control volume that encloses the wavefront. So in this case, we had taken this wavefront. Now you can take a control volume on this wavefront. So in this diagram, you can see here, this is our control volume. So to an observer traveling with the wavefront, the fluid to the right will appear to be moving toward the wavefront with the speed of c. So if you can say you sit on this wavefront moving in this direction, okay, and this fluid is at rest, the speed of this wavefront is space c. So if you sit here, what will happen? If you sit and observe, so this fluid will come to this control volume with c velocity, and if observer here watch in this backward direction, the fluid will go far from this surface with velocity of c minus dv. So to an observer traveling with the wavefront, the fluid to the right will appear to be moving toward the wavefront with a speed of c, and the fluid to the left to be moving away from the wavefront with a speed of c minus dv. Of course, the observer will think that a control volume encloses the wavefront is stationary. Now apply the mass balance for single stream steady flow process. So this is a steady flow process. So apply mass, means mass on the right side must be mass on the left side. Mass flow rate. So mass flow rate on the left and right side must be equal to, means density into area of this pipe into velocity is equal to density on this side, which is this one, into area and velocity. So this is your mass flow rate on the both side of this control volume, which is must be same if you apply for steady flow process. So you will get this equation from here, that C change in density minus density into dV, that is your incremental velocity of dV, which is velocity of the piston. Now for steady flow balance, if you take the energy in and energy out, means on this side and this side. So this side energy is the enthalpy plus energy due to the velocity of the fluid at this interface of the control volume is equal to energy out at this interface of the control volume. Now at this interface, what is enthalpy? That is H plus dH, and what is velocity? That is C minus dV square by 2. So this is your total energy balance at the control volume in and control volume out. So when you solve it, you will get this equation, and during solution you have to neglect dv square. So now dh is equal to c dv. So also this is one of our TDS equation which we will use in our relation for the velocity of the sound. As we know, this is one way, this is density, this is your, again is you can write as v. Instead of v you can write as 1 by rho, because specific volume and density are reciprocal to each other. And ds is 0 because this process is isentropically, nearly isentropically. So dh is equal to dp by rho. Now we had three equations, this equation, and this A equation, means this A number equation, this B number equation, this C number equation. When you solve, you will get this value c square is equal to dp by d rho at when your entropy is constant. So you can write in this form, c square is equal to change in pressure by change in density when your entropy is constant. So this equation also can be written as this equation, where k is the specific heat ratio of fluid. So note that specific speed of sound in a fluid is a function of thermodynamic properties of the fluid. So if P, we know P ratio is equal to rho RT. So you can replace this pressure by rho RT. So it is K, change in, you can say pressure, instead of pressure you can write rho RT divided del P at constant temperature, which is KRT. So when you solve this, you will get KRT, because R and T are constant here, temperature is constant, R is constant. So notice that gas constant R has a fixed value for a specified ideal gas, and specific heat ratio K of an ideal gas is at most a function of temperature. We see that the speed of sound in a specific ideal gas is a function of temperature alone. So you can see here, air at 200 Kelvin, the velocity of you can say sound is 284 meter per second. At 300 Kelvin, it is 347 meter per second. At 1000 Kelvin, it is 634 meter per second. For the other gas like helium, this velocity will change. A second important parameter in analysis of compressed fluid flow is Mach number, named after Austin physics. So it is ratio of actual velocity of the fluid or an object in still air to the speed of sound in the same fluid at the same state. Means this is your velocity of the fluid and this is your speed of the sound. As we know, take example of aircraft which is moving in air at 200 Kelvin. So the velocity of aircraft is 320 meter per second. So Mach number will be 1.13. But if temperature of air is 300 and velocity is same for the aircraft in both the cases, but Mach number will decrease, that is 0.92, because at 300 Kelvin the speed of sound in air will increase. So correspondingly Mach number will decrease. This ratio which is velocity of the plane to the speed of sound will decrease. So fluid to flow regimes are often described in terms of flow Mach number. The flow is called sonic when Mach number is 1, subsonic when Mach number is less than 1, and supersonic when Mach number is greater than 1, and transonic when Mach number is almost is equal to 1. So Mach number of air entering a diffuser, consider a diffuser here in which air enters with a velocity of 200 meter per second and temperature 30 degrees Celsius. The speed of the sound, we have to find what is the speed of sound, and the Mach number at which diffuser inlet when the air is at 30 degrees Celsius. So the gas constant of air is 0.287 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin and its specific heat ratio at 30 degrees Celsius is 1.4. The speed of sound in air is 30 degree is determined from and C is equal to under KRT. Now K is 1.4, R is your universal gas constant for air, that is 287, and temperature 303. Your speed is 349 meter per second. And the Mach number is the velocity of your air, that is 200 meter per second, and the velocity of sound which is 349 meter per second. So Mach number is almost 0.57, which is less than 1. So this is up to here about the velocity of sound in air, which is a function of temperature, and your Mach number. Subscribe this channel, like this video, and thank you for watching this video.